St. Juan's home for the ADD.
Jeb. Got one contract, explore the moon. We can do that. No risk at all. Now sign this waiver. Challenge accepted. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this episode not because it is easy, but because it is hard. This is Quan3217, bringing you episode 9 of Bring Your Own Com. And here we are. We're going to go take a sandstone zebra and mooninize it, which is basically going to amount to attaching an antenna and a solar panel. And we're good. 3, 2, 1, launch. We're going to do our normal 120 meter per second per 10 degree gravity turn and get this thing out to the moon. Booster stage is nominal. This looks like another boring launch that we'll probably edit out in post. A little bit wobbly, but... Whoa! Abort, abort, abort! We have lost the first stage in a collision with the boosters. Valentina reports she is going through the abort procedure now. The second stage has failed to cut off, but it looks like it has safely detached. Radar is tracking all debris at this time. All is scheduled to land within the range boundaries, so no range safety needs to be set off. And once again, Valentina reports that she is okay. Well, that was interesting. And so our lesson is, you gotta be stable when you're going through staging, or else you'll knock the back end of your rocket off. As far as I know, no real-world rocket has failed in exactly this manner, with the boosters colliding it with the first stage. But SpaceX did lose a booster when the first stage collided into the second stage and damaged the engine. Real rockets, though, they do have a programmed attitude hold during staging for this very reason. But any flight you can walk away from, well, at least we don't have to put anything in the cemetery. Now, get back out there on the horse, Valentina. Well, this one's nice and smooth. We got a gravity turn at almost exactly the rate that we want. Freeze for staging. Now we're good. And we forgot to bring an engineering chip. We should probably add some Sepatron on the boosters too. I think we have Sepatrons, and I think that on a Zebra we have the part count for it. We don't on a Yoke, well, a Yoke with a relay satellite on it, but we'll see. That was a pretty good launch. Much better than your first stage exploding under you. We're going to fire this off as soon as we get into space. 9 fire. Well, that isn't what I planned on. Well, we just gave up a bunch of Delta V. And I guess while we're waiting here, we can talk about the YouTube experience. Yeah. It turns out that I end up doing a lot more work editing than I do actually playing Kerbal Space Program now that I'm a YouTuber. So yeah, it's kind of an odd thing. Like yesterday, I played 38 minutes worth of Kerbal and spent about 2 hours editing. I got several episodes out of it, but that's not what I had planned to do. And cut off. Yeah, the whole reason that I did this was because I was having a bad habit of starting up a game and then getting stuck and wanting to throw it all away and do another game. And this YouTube adventure is partially to help me to get over that bad habit. We're gonna finish the job here, although I'm not sure what finish means in this context. Could we have boosted straight to the moon? And so if our burn time is 1 minute and 4, then that means we need to fire at 32 seconds. Yeah, so with this series, I'm not sure what my final goal is. Obviously we're going to climb the tech tree, obviously we're going to get all the contracts, and obviously we're going to visit all the worlds. But how will I know when I'm done? You could say the same thing about how will NASA know when it's done? Oh, I don't expect that it will. So we'll just keep playing this until it's not fun anymore. Which might be a while, it might be a short time. Might be till I screw up and spend my last space buck on upgrading the runway. And it's a good thing I brought a pilot, because one thing that we have to do is install some communications in orbit around the moon. Yes, we're going to do the three-cornered relay around the moon, but we're not going to go in moon asynchronous because as far as I know there isn't such a thing. In fact, I suspect that any satellite, any moon, which is in a synchronous rotation, isn't going to have a synchronous orbit. Or rather more like the synchronous orbit is going to be more like a Lagrange point. That's acceptable, but it's a long return, but it is free. You're going to be out there for a while, and most of it's going to be past the moon. But you're going to be higher and further. How far do you have to be before... How high do you have to be before high becomes far? And we'll wait for node in 31 seconds. 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. How'd we do? Little steep. That's fine. That's... How far out is that? Not quite to min-miss. That is a free return. Oh, that's an interesting path. Why did we decide to go through the polar? Might be a marginally shorter link. Now we're going to put up a trio of orbiters. Go ahead and grab yoke, because that worked out pretty well. Yoke. What is yoke carrying? We're going to throw materials bay on that. Because we might as well do some science while we're up there. What happened to my good yoke? Okay, well... Okay, well, we put some proper power on this. In fact, stick you up there for now. In fact, we'll do that with all the instruments. Get rid of you. Put on Science Junior. And then put on more power. There's our spacecraft. We throw 3 of those at the moon. Edit fairing. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Let's save it and fly 3 of these. Throttle up. 3, 2, 1, launch. 3, 2, 1, launch. No, we do not like this maneuver. So you're not going to be the one going fast. My whole plan here is that Valentina's out on a relatively slow trajectory, and I want to get at least one, and hopefully as many as possible, hopefully all 3 spacecraft, out to the vicinity of the moon before she gets there, so that she can have her relay. But it doesn't look like this one's going to be able to be put into the fast one that I intended, because I plotted one that was fast enough to get out there, but it also had a periapse of like 40 kilometers. So that's not going to do. We're just going to bail out here and get into a circular orbit. We're going to cook here a little bit. Not one of my better launches. It started out pretty good. Now we actually have to worry about it. We might lose this thing. We might lose it. Okay, we're back in space. And that'll do it for this episode. This has been Quan3217. saying if at first you don't succeed, fly, fly again.